the picture will not be so depressing as we see it here, like tomorrow afternoon. Because I want you to know the solution doesn't lie in us. I cannot come here and give you a model and write down a few things and give it to you and say, now your church is fixed. The church can only fix through you. It's going to change through you. But you need to understand, because what I love to do, I want to cut out all the churches here. I want to cut it out. And I want to take the church. I want to take all the challenges and the problems. I want to put it there on the floor. And I want the church, I want to drop the church from here. And I want to drop it onto that problem. And say the church can solve that problem. This building is not going to solve the problem. It's not. This building is not going to solve the problem. That one. Not even that. Not one of the buildings is going to solve it. The church, the gospel believers church, can solve the problem. We're going to have a lot of challenges to influence and change mindsets. Yeah, that's going to come. But it's going to be the church that's going to make the change. If you understand the right thing about what is church. If you ask me, Rudi, have you been to the Gospel Believers Church? I say to you, no. I only been to their head office and I've seen a church. That's all I know about the church. If I walk out this door and I walk down the street, where will I find the Gospel Believers Church? I walk down this main road going down there. Where will I find the Gospel Believers Church? Is the sign's going to just push me back here to come through this and I find you guys here? Is this a church? Do you really think this is a church? So I want you in lunchtime to think about, what did Rudi really say to us about our thinking about church? If I was a kid, if I was now 8 years old, and I knocked on this gate, I said, I'm looking for the church. What will you show me? Yeah, you would tell me, come Sunday, we have a Sunday school, boy, oh, then I will take you in. Ask yourself, is that what God has meant? I was looking at the church. I did my research in the church in Ghana, the Church of Pentecost, the COP, Church of Pentecost. And I looked at the church that started in the missionary age about 55 years ago. 55. And I researched, and it wasn't a church from any other place. It was not a Baptist church or a Pentecostal church coming from Europe or US. It was indigenous. It's like, you people are American, you come from Ethiopia, and you are the guys who is the Gospel Believers Church. You understand? So you're indigenous. So if I want to do a research into the Ethiopian church, I have to work with you people. That church was also indigenous. They've not been formed by. So I don't know who informed the Gospel Believers Church in Ethiopia, who started that. Was it the outside body? Was it inside? I don't know how indigenous you are in Ethiopia. But this guy was indigenous. In 54 years, this church has at the moment, they planted churches in 193 countries, running churches, good churches, big churches.